Welcome back to Wealth Demystified. And if you remember last time, I left you with a question. And that was, just how do you catch a butterfly? And in the last video, I gave you a hint. Or did I? I said, why don't you use a net? Or possibly, use a bigger net. To add to that, you'd want to practice your skills in catching butterflies. And with that, you start catching some. And eventually, you'd catch a few butterflies. And you'd seem to be catching quite a few butterflies. But you finally realize that you have to keep catching more and more and more butterflies. Now, why is that? They escape looking for flowers. They like to look around. You find that they are stolen by other people's nets. And, well, they die as butterflies have very short lives. And you want more butterflies. So you have that challenge too. And you get frustrated because you've done this strategy, you've learned the skills, you've got better nets. And you wake up every day and you have to go out and catch more butterflies. It's hard to hold on to the ones you got. You find yourself constantly in fear that your butterflies will disappear or be taken away from you. And then you see it for what it truly is. You're not catching butterflies. You've been chasing money. And like the elusive butterflies you've chased and caught and lost, you discover the same about money. Money is temporary. And the analogy goes much further than here. Perhaps you're an expert at a mechanic. You fix things well. Or you're good at sales, or customer service, or management, or marketing, or whatever it is. But you still find you struggle with money. And we all know people who are successful in the stock market, or investments, or with real estate, or they're some kind of serial entrepreneur. But they're still struggling, still left trying to fund their losses. Why is it that, you carefully follow these strategies, and you go to these courses, and you want to do exactly as your role models, but you don't? They attract the opportunities, but you don't. What is it? What have they done differently? What we find out that wealth is permanent and money is not. And that's what we want to do, is find wealth. Wealth creators realize and utilize something different to get money. And it's the same thing that they use to get butterflies. What is it? It's a garden. It's an inspiring, attractive garden. Now, what is the wealth garden? Well, what do you need to do? Well, first, you want to focus on an inspiring garden, and you'll create something permanent. You'll find butterflies are attracted to that, and the effort to maintain the garden diminishes, but the butterflies increase. And the butterflies, along with birds and bees, pollinate and expand your garden. And that's what wealth creators understand. They don't worry about building a net or a bigger net. They grow a garden. And by doing that, with an inspiring garden, you create something permanent around you that can weather storms, that can weather theft, that can weather ups and downs. And now, enough metaphor, let's get down to the real world. Your garden. Well, your garden, it starts with your passion and your purpose. That's how you built the foundation of it. You build upon that reputation of what your passion and your purpose direct you towards. And around that, you assemble a powerful network. And that's a network of people that are different than you in the wealth profile area. Too many people attract and hire the same wealth profile because they think alike. You don't want that. You want someone that complements you. That's one of the powers of wealth profiling. And as you do that, you expand your knowledge because you're understanding more and more knowledge is attracted to you. But you become the maven in your niche. So you see, this is your wealth foundation. This is how you attract money and butterflies. Even if someone takes your butterflies or money, there will be more tomorrow. And that's what wealth creators do. They focus entirely on building this garden, this foundation, this wealth foundation, rather than worry about grabbing a big net and catching money, these money-making activities. And while your abilities are important, your garden is not built around your expertise, but around your passion and your path and your purpose. And the abilities and expertise will help build the nuances of it. Let's take a look at what some famous wealth creators have said about creating your own garden. Warren Buffett, and remember we talked about him, he's on the wealth profile matrix in the lower left corner as an accumulator. He said, I may have more money than you, but money doesn't make the difference. If there is a difference between you and me, it may simply be that I get up and have a chance to do what I love to do every day. And Andrew Carnegie said, the men who have succeeded are the men who have chosen one line and stuck to it. And that really doesn't mean sticking to a particular profession, job, industry, or even country, but it does mean sticking to your wealth profile. Now remember that the wealth profiles, all 8 of them are different, and those values that they have result in different attractions. They tend to make different gardens. They could be complementary to yours. When you understand these concepts and put them into action and into creation, then everything just seems to flow naturally. As a matter of fact, that leads us to the next question. And that is, what does every garden need? You know, it's one of the basic needs of the entire planet. And that is, well, we'll talk about that in the next video. Thanks again for watching Wealth Demystified. If you've missed one of the videos, you need to go back, simply go back to www.excelsocal.com/wealth, and we'll list out our videos there and information on demystifying your wealth. Again, look forward to seeing you next time.